Hello everyone, welcome to Daily That Go To Hobbies. I'm going to talk to you about a bit of an emergency situation which could panic you really if you don't know how to do it, and that is what happens when your finger gets swollen and you can't get that ring off. And your finger is going blue. It is worrying you and you're upset and you're concerned. Right, first of all, calm down. Don't panic. You can get that ring off. It's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, but you can do it. Believe me, I've done it. So, first of all, cold water. Run your hands under cold water. Don't have any hot going through that tap. Let the cold water, that cold water will probably be about 10 degrees. And you've got to stomach it, and it will help you cool your hand down. And if you're hot, take your clothes off. All right? If it's, in the home environment. At work, take your top off, put the air conditioning on, cool the atmosphere down, get yourself cooled down. That's number one tip. Yeah? So what you're trying to do is, because your body is hot, it expands. Your fingers expand when they're warm. Yeah? Metal expands as well, but because it is expanding, right, it's not expanding at the same rate as what your finger has swollen. So that's still not enough to let it come off. So you've got this ring on there and you can't get it off, right? It's on there. You've put your hands in the cold water, you've cooled your hands down. 9 times out of 10, that will work. It will cool your hand down sufficiently, and there'll be enough water going past it, it will just come off like that. That's your first way. Yeah? So you've tried that. The reason why I'm saying use cold water, because it allows your blood to cool down that's passing through your hand. Excuse me. And it will allow the blood to start circulating back through your finger. As I say, don't panic, keep calm. It's just, your finger's not going to drop off. Yes, it might be hurting and throbbing, right? The only thing it's going to do is it's going to stop you getting the ring off. That's the first thing, right? So what do you do next if you can't get off the cold water? Right, this stuff, Vaseline. Yeah, just normal Vaseline. That's all it is. The right name for it is petroleum jelly. Either, same thing, right? You just put a little bit round your ring, both sides, back and front, right? And you twist your ring round if you can do it. It's stiff, and then all of a sudden it just pop off. But as I said to you, run your finger or your hand and cool your body down under the cold water. That is one of the most important things you can do, and keep yourself calm. Calm down. It's not the end of the world. Yes, it's going to hurt, but your panicking won't do you any good. So keep yourself calm, please, for your own sake. So, right, that worked. Suppose you can't get that ring off. You've put Vaseline on it. You can use fairy liquid. What you're trying to do is cause something that reduces the stiffness of it not coming off. Right. So you've tried cold water. You've tried Vaseline. You've tried fairy liquid. None of it's working. Don't panic. Don't panic, because you've got to keep calm and you will get this ring off. I can assure you, stop worrying. It will come off. Just be patient and take your time. Rings are made of gold. They're either gold or a precious metal like silver. They sometimes make them out of platinum. Yeah? Right. It depends on if you've got a wide ring like this or a narrow ring. If you've got a narrow ring, there will basically be, let's put it this way, if it's a wide ring like that, there's more to grip on your finger. If it's a narrow ring, it's less. Now, going back to what I was saying, the reason why I say run your finger under cold water, one, it will allow the blood to flow back through your finger, and it will allow the swelling to go down. By doing that, your finger will go back to its normal size of being unswollen. Yes, it's going to be sore for a few days, maybe less, maybe a few hours. But if you can keep your finger under that cold water, I'm talking probably 10 minutes. You need to drink something cold, keep yourself calm. Cold water is great. Don't drink anything hot. And if you're worried about your ring staying on your finger, I used to take my ring off at night. Why? Because I could feel my body getting hot and my finger was swelling, which made it painful to wear. So, we've tried Vaseline, we've tried cold water, we've tried Vaseline, petroleum jelly, we've tried fairy liquid. So what else can we try to get this ring off? We keep it under the cold water and we keep trying. But by keeping under the cold water, you will reduce the swelling around here where you can't get that ring off, because this will be very fat here, and you just try to get it off. Don't pull it off and cause yourself a huge problem. Try to get it off. Use gentle force. Wiggle it. Take your time. Calm down. Don't get worked up. I know it's easier for me to say I'm not in your situation, but believe me, I've been there. My wife's ring was stuck on her finger. So, what do you do about getting that ring off at the last resort? There's two ways you can do it. Let me show you. I'll have to get something to show you with. Right. Two things, yeah? And I've just made the doggies bite more. Right. Let me just show you. Get the other little gadget. Right. Right. It might seem a bit drastic to you, but when you're in a situation and you think, what are you going to do for the best? As I said at the beginning, one of the options is to go to the hospital and they will remove it for you. Yes, you can get that ring repaired at the jeweller's and they will put it back together, but they will basically cut the ring off, but so can you. So a good pair of snips, yeah. Admittedly, I'm wearing a copper ring, yeah. Your finger's going to be swollen, pardon me, excuse me. Copper is a lot more difficult, copper is a lot harder than gold, so it'll be very difficult for me to cut this off with a pair of these. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. But with gold, they're easy. Gold's a very soft metal. Don't think I don't know what I'm talking about, because I do know what I'm talking about. And because your skin's swollen and you've got to a point you're thinking, how do I get this flipping ring off? Yeah? Let's take this ring off, for example, because this will probably not be the same type of ring you'll be wearing. You'll be wearing, let me allow me to get one and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I can find one for you. There we go, your example. Right. This ring here is handmade. Right? That ring is handmade. It is unique. There's the only one of it in the world. Right. This ring has got an expansion bit. So when your fingers swell, it will not be able to go off. So you can get this ring off whatever size your finger swells. That's the difference in my rings. And I can show you how to make this. But the point is, how do you get one of these rings off? It's on your finger. And I'm talking about not with this expansion bit here. I'm talking a solid round ring. Yeah? Yeah, a pair of these. I'm not going to destroy my ring, obviously. But I will use that hole, and you just get your snips and you just snip it across there. But be careful to not snip your skin. So you need to try and get a little bit underneath it, ideally sort of that way, and snip it. Yes, it's going to hurt a little bit, but what options do you have? Instant relief from the pain, the ring's off, right? Because you've cut it, it's expanded and there's less pressure. So it was obviously once you've done that, it's a bit of relief, but it was obviously a bit of an upset because you've cut your ring. So why has this happened in the first place? Let me allow me to just move in the better position because you can see me a bit better. And I think it's very important to understand your body. Your body gets hot, it expands, so your fingers will expand. So take that into consideration when wearing a ring. So if you're going to a party and you're dancing, or you're going to bed and you know your fingers expands and and you're new to wearing rings, or you've got a ring and it keeps doing this. As I say, first of all, run it under cold water. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe longer. But you get your body temperature down to allow you to get that ring off. So when you break a bone, right, your body's natural reaction is to swell, to try and protect the area because of obviously what's happened. It's got a trauma, and its body's way of trying to heal itself and to cope with the broken bone or the injury. So that because your finger's swollen is because the blood supply is trapped and your finger's swelling up because that blood supply is getting through and he probably can't get back. So please remember, don't panic. As I say, the dogs are off again. And I just ignore them, so I'm sorry if you can hear them barking. I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me, so I'm sorry about that. So we'll wind this up, and I'll say thank you for watching my video, and I hope what I've done, what I showed you, is a help to you. If you like the video, please leave us a thumbs up. No, you don't the wrong way. If you didn't like it, a thumbs down. Either way, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And if you want to subscribe, I'll be really much appreciated, and hit the bell icon and be notified with, click on all, and you'll be notified with all the different videos that are coming out in the future. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.